Welcome back, my friends, to another Sprinkler Supply Store product overview. I'm Sprinkler Nerd Andy. We're looking at another Bluetooth battery-operated controller. This one is manufactured by Toro. It's called the Tempus DC Residential Controller, and I don't know why they call it residential. You can use this anywhere. Commercial, residential, institutional, municipal, agricultural. It doesn't matter. It's simply a DC battery-operated controller with Bluetooth, so you can access it from your phone. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna flip the camera over, we're gonna unbox it, put a battery in it, hook it up to my iPhone, and check out the programming. So let's flip the camera over and get right into it. All right, let's go ahead and unbox this bad boy. There it is, the Toro Tempus DC battery operated controller with some instructions. You know, what's kind of funny is I cheated and I peeked at these before recording this, and this is the only set of instructions. It'll tell you how to wire it up, no different than any other irrigation controller. Then it tells you to visit the App Store or the Google Play Store. Then it tells you to search for the Toro company and download the Tempus DC app. That's it. Those are all the instructions. Everything else is just other languages. So you really don't need that except to download the app. So let's go ahead and take this out of the box here and talk about the wiring. We have the sensor terminal, most commonly used for a rain sensor. And you can cut this, wire it up to a normally closed wired rain sensor. If you're gonna use a wireless sensor, you need 24-volt power to power up the receiver on a wireless sensor. Then we have the black, which is our common wire. We have P for pump, if you happen to have a pump. And then this particular Tempus is only a 2-zone or a 2-station. Zone 1 and Zone 2. But you can see that it can support up to 6 different solenoids, 6 valves. And then you've got a separate common wire, should you have 6 valves. And then let's go ahead and undo the battery compartment. This is, I believe, completely waterproof up to, I believe I read 6 feet or so. So it's got a nice rubber gasket. And then I went ahead and already put a battery in here. It does not come with a battery. Battery is not included, but you just take your standard 9-volt battery, clip it on like that, and then you'll use this little piece of elastic that does come with it to secure the clip to the battery. And then you can also use this to pull it out of the compartment, which I'll show you again here. See, and then you can just grab on here and you can pull the battery in and out should you need to change it. Put the rubber grommet, gasket, whatever you want to call it, back on there. Screw the top back on, nice and tight. And while we're here, let's take a look at the back. There are 2 what you might consider to be wall hanging brackets, which you can use to mount on a wall, or you could mount this to the side of the valve box if you want to. And it does say waterproof IP68, which is full submersion up to, I think, 6 feet. Yeah, now we're ready to get out the app and connect it to Bluetooth. All right, let's go ahead and add the controller to the app. I'm going to press add a controller. It's gonna be the Tempus DC. And it's telling me it found this version here. Signal strength is good. Let's press OK or press it. All right, now it's there. Let's go ahead and select it. Now that it's here, let's go ahead and change its name. I think we click edit there. We can change the name. We'll type in here, Humphrey House. Let's pretend this is at my house. We will go Humphrey House, change. Now the name is changed. Station 1, let's say this is the front lawn. Excellent. And station 2 is the front flowers. Just making this up, of course. Cool. There's the default name. There's the software version. Now let's go ahead and set some programming, some initial programming, okay? Remember, every controller needs a runtime, start time, day of the week. So here we go. Program A is going station duration. Let's put station 1, my turf, MP rotators. We're gonna need 0 hours, and let's go with 41 minutes because I know that that's exactly what it needs. Station 2 is the flowers, and we've got some drip there. So we're gonna go 0 hours, and it's kind of high flow drip. So we're gonna set that to actually 20 minutes. And we'll go back. So now program A has stations 1 and 2. Now we need to give it a start time. Let's have it come on at 5:15 a.m. Start at 5:15 a.m. And you can do a second start time as well, not necessary for this scenario. Then we need the days of the week, and what we'll do is we'll make a custom schedule that's going to be the standard Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The #1 schedule in the world, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And there you have it, folks. We have program A, which is a total of 1 hour and 1 minute. We could change the percentage, but we're gonna leave it at 100. And again, it has stations 1 and 2, 5:15 a.m. start time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And if we wanted to start this program now, we just hit the play button and the program will automatically start. And that's actually kind of handy because if it's the middle of the day and you want to run the program and you don't want to set it all up again, you could just manually run that program. So I do like that feature, as well as just running a single zone, which we can do here on the manual. We could just click station 2 if I wanted to water those front flowers a little bit more. I could highlight station 2, press play, and now just that zone is running for the 20 minutes. Then we've got the on off. Now it is set to on. If I wanted to turn it off, I can turn it off. And then you've got these cool options: off permanently, off today and tomorrow, or off 3, 4, 5, 6 days. So if you are Mr. or Mrs. Weatherman, you can decide how long you want to keep this off, or perhaps you're going on vacation or you're having a party, you just want to keep it off for a few days. If you want to keep it off permanently, there it is. Click transmit. It sends the signal via Bluetooth over to the controller, and now it's off. And that's it. It actually really couldn't be any easier. So let's have one last discussion. Flip the camera over here before we end this video. All right, so it's a pretty simple device. Programming couldn't be easier, inserting the battery couldn't be easier, but there's something that is very important that I wanted to remind you of, and I thought this was just a good reminder for DC battery operated timers in general, is that you need to have a DC latching solenoid. So I happen to have here the Hunter DC latching solenoid, and this is a reminder of two things. Number one, you need a DC latching solenoid for this battery operated controller to work, or any battery operated controller. It only works with a DC latching solenoid. And the best way that you can tell if your solenoid is DC is the color of the wires. So because DC electricity has polarity, that means that the wires are generally labeled with different colors and they have to be connected correctly. So black needs to go to the common and the red wire goes to the colored or the hot wire in the valve box, okay? Don't mix and match them. Otherwise, it'll actually, when you're telling it to open, it's gonna be closed. It's gonna be in the reverse. Must use a DC latching solenoid, but you can use this controller with any valve. Doesn't have to be a Toro valve. You can use this on a Rainbird or a Hunter or a K-Rain or a Weathermatic or an Irrigation or a whatever. Any DC latching solenoid, you can put this battery timer on there and it works just fine. So if you've found this video because you have a Toro valve and you're looking for a Toro controller, it doesn't have to be this one. You could use the Hunter Node, or you could use the Rainbird T-Boss, all right? You can mix and match this stuff. It doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is that you have DC latching solenoid on the valve that you're looking to use. So keep that in mind. Hope this helps. Looks like a pretty, easy to use device. There was nothing cumbersome with the actual app on the phone. Super easy. So hope that was a quick overview, or not so quick overview, of the Toro Tempus DC battery operated waterproof timer. Thanks so much for watching. If we can help you, drop a comment down below. Reach out to us by phone, chat, email, text message. We're here, there, and everywhere for you. Until the next Sprinkler Supply Store product overview. Happy sprinkling, my friends. We'll see you then.